Chapter LVIII, Binah. Hail, sacred swan, miraculous Hamsa. Hail, phoenix bird of paradise. Hail, immortal ibis, dove of the grail, creature energy of the third logos. Gnostic ritual. Binah is the Holy Spirit. He is the third logos, the Lord Shiva of the Hindus, who manifests himself as sexual potency. Within everything which is, has been, and will be, the Holy Spirit is the sexual force we see within the pistis, pistils of flowers, which expresses itself through the creative organs of all living species. The Holy Spirit is a marvelous force without which the universe could not exist. Behold here the Trinity being absorbed within the unity. Behold here the Holy Four, the Tetragrammaton of the Kabbalists. The Trinity, the perfect triad, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, plus the unity of life, is the Holy Four. The four eternal carpenters, the four horns of the altar, the four winds of the sea, the holy and mysterious Tetragrammaton, whose mantric word is Yod Hai Vav Hai, the remarkable name of the Eternal One. The Holy Spirit unfolds himself into an ineffable woman. She is the Divine Mother. She is dressed in a white tunic and a blue mantle. The Holy Spirit is Shiva, the divine spouse of Shakti, the Divine Mother Kundalini. This divine woman is an ineffable virgin. This Divine Mother is symbolized among the Aztecs by a mysterious virgin. See Chapter 10 of Aztec Christic Magic. Just a mysterious virgin. This virgin has in her throat a mysterious mouth. This is because the throat is the uterus where the word is gestated. The gods create with the larynx. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him nothing, or rather, was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life is the light of men. John chapter 1, line 1. The Word made the waters of life fertile and caused the universe in its germinal state to splendidly emerge within the dawn. The Holy Spirit fecundated the Great Mother, then the Christ, the second Logos, was born. The Christ, the second Logos, is always the son of the Virgin Mother. She is always virginal before childbirth, during birth, and after childbirth. She is Isis, Mary, Adonai, Insoberta, Rhea, Cybele, and etc. She is the primitive chaos, the primordial substance, the raw matter of the great work. The cosmic Christ is the army of the great Word, and he is always born in the worlds and is crucified in each one of them, in order for all the beings to have life, and to have that life in abundance. The Holy Spirit is the maker of light. Quote, and God said, let there be light, and the light was. End quote. The esoteric meaning of this is, it was because he said it. The Earth has 9 strata, and the laboratorium of the third Logos is in the 9th one. Indeed, the 9th stratum is in the whole center of this planetary mass. There we find the Holy Eight, the divine symbol of the infinite, within which the brain, heart, and sex of the planetary genii are represented. A sacred serpent is coiled within the heart of the Earth, precisely in the 9th sphere. This serpent is septuple in its constitution. Each one of its 7 igneous aspects corresponds with each one of the 7 serpents of the human being. The creative energy of the third logos elaborates the chemical elements of the earth with all of their multifaceted complexity of forms. When this creative energy leaves the center of the earth, then our world will be converted into a cadaver. This is how worlds die. The serpentine fire of the human being emanates from the serpentine fire of the earth. The terrible serpent sleeps profoundly within its mysterious nest of rare and hollow spheres, really similar to a true Chinese puzzle. These concentric spheres are subtle and astral. Truly, as the earth has 9 concentrated or concentric spheres, and as on the bottom of all of them, the terrible serpent abides. In the same way, this human being has 9 spheres. Because the human being is the microcosmos of the macrocosmos, the human being is a universe in miniature. The indefinitely small is analogous to the infinitely great. Hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen are the 4 basic elements with which the third logos works. The chemical elements are displaced in accordance to their atomic weight. Hydrogen is the lightest, with an atomic weight of 1, and the last one being uranium, with an atomic weight of 238.5, which becomes, as a fact, the heaviest of all the known elements. Electrons come to constitute a bridge between spirit and matter. The hydrogen is the most rarefied element that is known. It is the first manifestation of the serpent. Every element, every nourishment, every organism is synthesized in a determined type of hydrogen. The sexual energy corresponds to hydrogen 12, and its musical note is C, which is not the letter C or corresponding to the octaves of C on a piano or something, but it's the Italian S-I, it's spelled S-I-C. The electronic solar matter is the sacred fire of Kundalini. We enter onto the path of authentic initiation when we liberate this energy. The energy of the third logos is expressed through the sexual organs and through the creative larynx. These are the 2 instruments through which the powerful energy of the third logos flows. Sexual organs and creative larynx. The sacred serpent awakens when one is working with the Arcanum AZF. The ascending flux of the creative energy of the third logos is a living fire. This Pentecostal fire rises up along the medullary canal, opening centers and awakening miraculous powers. In ancient Mexico, the Holy Spirit was worshipped with a tunic and mantle of white, black, and red colors. Within the temple of the serpents called Quetzalcoatl, they would sprinkle snail shell powder on the embers of fire. For this purpose, they utilized white, black, and red snail shells from the sea. White is the pure spirit, black symbolizes the descent of the spirit into matter, and the red is the fire of the Holy Spirit, with which we return into the whiteness of the pure spirit. The incense would rise into heaven, and the priest would pray for life, and the planets would flourish because the Holy Spirit is the sexual fire of the universe. This rite was verified in the temple of Quetzalcoatl before sunrise, because the Holy Spirit is the maker of light. The priest vocalized the mantras En, spelled I-N-E-N. The prophet Jonah also performed the rite of the Holy Spirit, exactly in the same way as the Aztecs. And he used for this purpose the same vestures and the same incense. He also vocalized the mantra in en when he placed the incense into the fire. This rite must be established in all of the Gnostic sanctuaries. The snail shells are related with the water of the sea, and the holy water, and the water is the habitat of the fire of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, the small snail shells, the snail shells from the sea become a perfect smoke offering to the Holy Spirit. The Mother, or Holy Spirit, grants us a power and wisdom. The symbols of the Virgin are the yoni, the chalice, and the tunic of occultation.